So for example 2, as we talked about before, there's that distance, right? That's the distance from the directrix to the vertex. In that same, right, manner, we're talking about the distance, right, between the focus and the vertex, right? Those have to be equal, and that's called the focal length, which is also known as C, right? So when C is positive, right, that means we're moving, right, up, which would mean, or to the right, if we're opening left or right, right? So when that C value is positive, we're opening up or to the right. When C value is negative, we're opening left or opening down. As you can see in the drawing over here, right, as the focus changes from 0.2 to 0.4 to 0.6, right, the Y, or the further away the focus is, right, the more your parabola gets spread out because it becomes vertically compressed. So the larger the C value, right, the more vertically compressed the parabola is. Okay, and then remember again, right, that C is the distance from the focus to the vertex. So C is the distance from the focus to the vertex. Okay. So then how does the focal length relate to the equation of the vertical parabola? So when we look at this, right, we have these points, right, that are already on here, and we can use the whole distance formula again, knowing that the distance from, right, the focus out to the parabola has to be the same as the distance from the parabola to the directrix. So x minus 0 squared plus y minus c squared, the square root of that whole thing, because that gives us that distance, has to equal the square root of x minus x squared plus y plus c squared. So then on the left side, right, we can square both sides, and that gets rid of the square roots. So then you're left with x squared plus x minus c squared equals x minus x is 0, so this is just y plus c squared. Rewrite that so it's a little clearer to see. At this point, if we multiply those out, that's x squared plus y squared minus 2cy plus c squared equals y squared plus 2cy plus c squared. So then we can subtract y squared, add 2cy, and subtract c squared from both sides. And that would give us x squared equals 4cy. And then to be able to solve for y, right, we would divide both sides by 4c. So that gives us y equals 1 over 4c times x squared that we had in the equation up above. So that is where that c comes from, right? That's how we get that focal length that we talked about.